Hey guys, back again. Look at me, regularly uploading. How fun. We'll be looking at movies that have no plot but are still good movies, aka movies that are all plot, just vibes. This should really be a short video, but I wanted to make it because I had some thoughts on the topic. Because I saw a couple posts about this sort of like thing online, and whether or not they're good movies, whether they're easy to pull off, that sort of thing. In fact, this was the actual tweet that inspired this video, so you can have that to thank. I also saw a post on Reddit about this sort of topic, and it resonated with me a little bit. The post reads, "I've come to learn that the complaint that it had no plot is just something dumb movie watchers say when they're about a character-driven film. Quite honestly, I think that perfectly sums up the kind of arguments I'm going to be making today and my thoughts on the topic, but stick around to hear like a full-fledged explanation. Some of my favourite movies are in this type of genre. They're often comfort movies for me, in fact. Sometimes it's even hard to pull off this technique effectively because a movie without a plot surely shouldn't make sense, but sometimes it just works. As I was trying to list movies that may fall under this category, I was struggling a little bit because I struggle to make lists about movies anyways because I have the attention span of a goldfish. But there were some movies where I thought they had no plot and I had to really think about it before I realised, oh, they do have a plot, I can't include them. For example, I was going to put Pulp Fiction in here and then I realised, oh, it does actually have a plot. It's just like not told in a linear way. Just as some examples, these are based off movies I've watched and some research I've seen. Here's 5 movies that I like that fit into this genre of all vibes, no plot. So the first one is the A24 film Lady Bird. It's about a girl who experiences a strained relationship with her mother and the people around her as she comes to the end of her high school experience and she wants to spread her wings. One of my favourite movies, love Saoirse Ronan, love Timothée Chalamet. The second one is another A24 film. You may be familiar with it because there's loads of tweets about this movie also following the no plot, all vibes sort of ideal, and it's actually mid-90s. This movie is set in 90s LA and it's about a 13-year-old spending his summer balancing a troubled home life and spending time with a crew of new friends that he meets at a skate shop. Fun fact about this movie that I learned after watching an interview with Jonah Hill, who actually directs the movie, which is pretty cool. This movie almost didn't turn out how it did. It was supposed to be like a sort of flashback story where an older man looks back on his youth of being a skateboarder, and as he was telling his friend his idea for the movie, he noticed that Jonah Hill lit up more talking about the skateboarding scenes than anything else, so he just encouraged him to cut out the bits where he's an older man and keep in the skateboarding bits, and Jonah Hill was like, that's perfect, why didn't I think of that? And that's how mid-90s was born, basically. Third and fourth movies on this list, a little bit controversial, if you don't mind me saying, are Grown Ups 1 and Grown Ups 2. If you know me personally, these are 2 of my favourite movies, mostly because they have no plot and are all vibe. Grown Ups 1 is about 5 lifelong friends reuniting after 30 years on a 4th of July weekend with their families after their middle school basketball coach dies. Grown Ups 2 is about Adam Sandler's character and his family. They've moved back to his hometown and there's a bunch of like shenanigans that go on the last day before summer break. I have a video coming that explores why I like these movies better, so look out for that. They're funny, they're Adam Sandler movies, very low conflict, and I like them. And the 5th one, very famous, very popular sort of movie, and it's The Breakfast Club. Basically, The Breakfast Club is about 5 high school students from different cliques and they have to endure a Saturday detention together. Now, as I was doing research for this video and just looking it up, basically, all the lists I came across, they had a lot of coming of age movies on them, and I think that's because there tends to be a lot of overlap between movies with no plot and coming of age movies. This is because the main aspect of movies with no plot is that they're more character driven than anything else, and this is the same for coming of age movies, they're more character driven than anything else. Coming of age movies tend to focus on character growth and like relationships between people rather than getting from plot point A to plot point B. That's what makes coming of age movies one of my favourite genres. It's very low conflict. You're focusing more on the characters and how they grow as people and their arcs rather than plot conflict. Like, there's no plot in real life. There's no like big bad you have to overcome. It's just dealing with yourself and learning about yourself and growing as a person. And I think that's why that occurs so much in coming of age films. It feels personal and it feels relatable, and sometimes stuff like that can hit harder than plot devices, and it can resonate more with your audience. That's a good thing. You want your audience to sit and watch a film and like feel affected. That's all for now. Like I said, it was a short video. I hope you're enjoying this film content. I have a few more film and movie themed videos planned. I figured I should make film related content, or more of it anyway, because watching movies is pretty much the only consistent hobby I actually have. So that's the one thing I do year round, regardless of my current hyperfixation. Like last year, I went to the cinema nearly 20 times. I was going at least once a month, sometimes even twice or 3 times. And I even started going by myself before the pandemic hit because I wanted to see so many movies and not everyone wanted to go with me or not everyone was free. So I was like, fine, I'll just go see the movies by myself and then I won't miss what I want to see. That's how I ended up seeing Jojo Rabbit, that's how I ended up seeing 1917, and that's how I ended up seeing Parasite, and I don't regret it because I got to see some good movies in the cinema. Anyway, more film content coming soon. Thanks for watching this one. Bye!